Assalamu alaikum, everybody. It's Move the Ansar. I'm just driving. I'm going to get my son, bring him back over to my house. He lives about an hour away. And I've been thinking about some things. I did a video a few days ago, I guess, in which I started getting like teary-eyed, just thinking about where I'm from. If you ever seen any of my videos before, you know I kind of rep Newark, New Jersey, because that's where I'm from, born and raised, Brick City. But the topic I was talking about the other day, it just kind of took me there, and I don't know. I've been thinking about just my experience growing up, the good, the bad, the ugly, and wow, things have like changed so much. I don't live there now. I had to leave. It's gotten so bad, you know. There's no way I wanted to raise my children, you know. I know a lot of people look at leaving your hood as, you know, a cop out, a sell out, or something like that, but you know, everybody don't belong in the ghetto. Not that I think anybody deserves ghetto living, but I don't think everybody belongs there. Ghetto living certainly is not for me. It's not for, you know, I just feel like if you have a chance, if you can offer your children something better, then that's your role as a parent to, by any means necessary, get them out of that environment, give them something better, whatever the situation is, whatever that need is. And so that's what I did. And so, you know, I live in country right now, and it's all good. It feels good. There go a bunch of cows over there right now. But anyway, I was on YouTube. I've been procrastinating like a mug today. I've not been doing my homework. Very bad, very bad. Don't tell my children. But I'm very undisciplined. I'm very disciplined on some levels, but then on others, I don't know. I like my time to be my time, and it's not good because that's not reality. But anyway, so I was, you know, on YouTube putting around today, and so I was listening to a couple of things with Yassine Bey in it, who is, I think, a very prolific thinker. I like his brain. I like things he has to talk about, and I find him to be inspiring. And so there was an old thing from like 6 or 7 years ago that I was checking out, and the interviewer, you know, was asking him about how he got into music and blah 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 blah, and you know, it just started bringing back really fond memories for me. He was dropping, you know, like It's Like That, Run DMC. I remember when all those joints came out. I'm like a little bit older than him. I'm like about a year older than him. And then Yassine. And so, you know, it just like took me back. He's talking about The Message. Yo, I remember when The Message came out. I remember where I was when the first time I heard that joint. Oh, up in East Orange on Central Avenue, walking down the street with my sister and her friends, the cool teens. I was like a little youngster, but and like I said, I'm very nostalgic for, you know, things like that, and it just brought things back to me. Like growing up in the hood is not like, it wasn't like it is growing up in the hood now down there. You know, I'm from Johnson Avenue. I'm from Sherman. First of all, I'm from all wards. I've lived in all wards in East Orange. I mean, in Newark. It bewilders me when you see people getting shot up and stuff. Like, You don't belong in this hood. What are you talking about? Like, we all used to just roll wherever we wanted to back in the day. So I was born and raised on the south side of Jersey of Newark. So Pennsylvania Avenue, Sherman Avenue, Astor Street, South Street, Penny Park, like that whole area, Lincoln Park, which they about to have a Fat House Fest this summer in July. I might have to make it down there. All down there. Johnson Avenue, Johnson Avenue, Johnson and Pennsylvania Avenue is where I did a lot of my pre-adolescence era. Grew up there. Miller Street, all down there. Go down Neck, get the crabs. I remember, the grown-ups, they used to go down there, come back with bags, like black garbage bag full of crabs. You just chill on the front stoop of the building, and everybody be busting open crabs. I always had a hard time with that. Then they be talking about, don't eat the dead man. You got to take out the dead man. The dead man, I guess, was like the waste, the caca inside the crab, It was just dope, like, growing up. I remember the drill teams and stuff. I didn't used to really do that kind of stuff because I was really shy. And even when I went outside, I was like kind of a loner, or I might be with the little ones a little bit, other people my age, but not too tough. But I sit up on the stoop. I watched like the teenagers and stuff doing their drill teams. They had little battles. My cousin Boss and all of them, they be doing their thing. It was just hot. We used to have block parties. They used to have, the children used to put together like talent shows. And adults would like really support them. I remember they had one of them that sticks out in particular. I don't remember how many they had, like over the years. Could have been a lot, could have been few. One in particular though sticks with me. And I just remember the rec room in the basement was packed because the adults, they like really supported it. I think it was probably like $1 to get in or something. I don't know what the money was spent for, anything like that. But it was like such, I'm feeling it. It was like such a sense of community and bonding, in the 70s and the 80s where I'm from, in Newark. And there was Newark. My granddaddy told me Newark was never like fly because there was always something like going on there, like at least since the early 1900s. And so you had all types of different like ethnicities, racial backgrounds that lived in Newark, segregated in their own areas and such. And so like my granddaddy told me that, you would have the Irish fighting Italians or whatever group fighting each other and stuff like that. There was just always something going on. I know it had a lot of like gangsterism going on. I know, what's his name? Dutch Schultz was murdered down there, and like just all kind of stuff. Newark, one of the other things that I love about where I'm from, we have such a rich history. And me as an African American Muslim, culturally, historically, as Black Muslims, it's just like so rich. It's just so rich with, from Noble Drew Ali with the Moorish Science Temple. Of course, the Nation of Islam, Temple 25, which is what I came through. My parents were part of, Temple 25. My mom was an MGT, Josephine 25X. My father was an FOI. My mom has passed away, but my father, of course, moved on to like, he's Sufi. I was going to say Sunni Islam, but he's Sufi. Just things. And then, remembering the stores that we had. And of course, it wasn't just Muslims or anything like that. Just Newark just has rich religious history for Black people and not. I read somewhere that Newark at one time had 150 synagogues, which I was like, word? Like I had never. But after I read it, and they had different locations, I started, riding around looking at places and like looking up, and you see like Torahs and children in the architecture, and I was just like, wow. But of course, they left Newark, had like an exodus out of Newark after the Newark riots, and which is another rich part of our history there in Newark. We're fighters. We stand up for what we believe in and things of that nature. You had Father Divine and what's the hotel? Can I not remember it? I used to pass it every day. But right there on Elizabeth and High Street. I lived on High Street. Man, I lived everywhere. I lived in Hooterville. I lived in North Newark, Grafton Ave, Broadway. I mean, I know I'm like rambling. Things that just flooded my mind right now. But the gist of what I wanted to say, and what I'm, kind of been meditating on, I guess, is how much things have changed. I'm so hurt. Ugh. I'm just so hurt of the state of my home. Things that be going on down there. Every time you turn around, there's murdering going on. And I have a friend. I saw his Facebook status the other day. An old friend of mine, Brother Bashir. He was saying, he's a teacher, he's a high school teacher. He was saying how this young boy, 19-year-old, who was in the news, got murdered last week, was his 40th student who has gotten murdered. 40th student, like, what is that? I mean, man. It's so disheartening. You wonder, like, what the future holds for people. Like, I moved, but my heart is there with the people, period. But also, this is not just like a Newark reality. It's a reality all over the country within black communities. And so much stuff we do to ourselves so far as the actions, but the ideologies and the how we view each other and one another, that comes from a long line of just evil and things that have been done to us, a long line or a long span of indoctrination. And I don't know, like, I don't know what has to be done or what will actually save us as a people. And, as a nation, in the larger sense of things. I don't know. And again, it's not like you can run anywhere. You move somewhere for a time and then that's it. I mean, you can't even leave the country because folks, cats can't stand you because you're an American. And then they have their own issues everywhere. Some places, they don't like Muslims. You can't wear a kimar up in that piece. Or you have people, like I said, they don't like you because you're an American. Or it's just, as humans, we just always find a reason to hate one another and to destroy one another, Of course, it's not every person on earth I wouldn't even I wouldn't even venture to say it's most people. I think most people have good intentions and want to, be good and strive to do things, strive to stand up for, the underdog and things of that nature. But evil doesn't have to be the predominant force. It could just be a strong force, which it is. And so I'm just like, I just don't know what to do. It's like you can only do your part, but so often your part seems like such a minute contribution